Yeah, I don't see it on here.
Oh, my channel.
Yeah.
Well, just go to the Mikestand 102723.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you haven't even gone on live yet.
What was that?
You haven't gone live yet.
I just now went live just as we were starting.
Oh. Oh. Well. No. Yeah. Okay. You should have told me that.
Well, I said at some point I didn't expect you to run to it right away, but anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So all right. So let's see. How should we do this? I guess we can talk for a few minutes to give people a chance to get in, and then get started in a couple minutes here.
Right.
So you were just telling me off camera if you want to expound on that more, and of course, if you want to also share any links or anything. Well, actually, you just said your. Well, I'll let you do all that. Why don't you go
Ah,
ahead and at least introduce yourself and share any links you want?
all
Just
right. Well, I am Timothy Lee Olson, creator of Melvin, which closed yesterday. So that campaign is over. Um, books are digital copies have already been sent out, but next month I should be sending them to presses to be printed as books. So
all right. So anything else you want to mention or anything like that, or
no, no, nothing at all.
all right. And Jr. is here. Hail Lord Xenu and hail Princess Xena, our only true saviors. All
Yeah.
right.
Hey,
So
Jr., did you get your digital copies of Melvin 1, 2, and 3?
yeah. So
Well, let's see if he responds because he backed like twice.
thanks for Melvin Files. I read Melvin 1 this afternoon.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed it.
All right. All right. Well, let's see. Well, speaking of reading, well, before we actually get into the major readings, we tonight, of course, we are going to focus in on introducing you guys to Hillman periodicals, which put out their two first comics here in December of 1939, which we'll be covering a bit tonight. Let's
Oh,
see.
good, good, excellent. You'll enjoy those too, I hope.
We'll hit 2 and 3 tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow. Okay. So, all right. So with that, tonight, of course, we'll be reading. If we're lucky, we'll get through 40 pages of content. If not, at least 32. So, um, but first off, we're going to talk a little bit about how Hillman was founded. Then we'll get into the actual readings. So that's basically the plan for tonight. Hope you guys will all enjoy the material we'll present tonight. So with that, why don't we go ahead and get, and as always, of course, first off, if you haven't already, if you can like and share the stream, that would be appreciated. Help get some more friendly people in here to engage. Also, if anything we talk about tonight grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions. Tim, you know that for certain. That's one of the reasons you're here, of course. Provide some commentary on what we read. And then also, for those who come in who haven't, if you do like what we do here, please feel free to subscribe. See if we can get some more subscribers, get some more interested people involved. With that, why don't we go ahead and get into the topic at hand, which is Hillman periodicals in the historical comic retrospect. First off, we're going to do a little intro here. Um, so let's see. So let's see, defunct 1953 comics, 1961 magazines and paperbacks. Um, let's see, founded in 1938 by Alex L. Hillman, and of course the good old U.S. of A. in New York. Publication tags, comic books, magazines, paperbacks, superhero, crime, detective, western. All right, so Hillman Periodicals was an American magazine and comic book publishing Company, founded in 1938 by Alex L. Hillman, a former New York City book publisher. It is best known for its true confession and true crime magazines, for the long-running general interest magazine Pageant, and for comic books including Air Fighters Comics and its successor Airboy Comics. So the original Airboy Comics actually were coming out of Hillman. And I know years later, I think Chuck Dixon recently was doing an Airboy comic, publishing an Airboy comic for a while there, which launched the popular characters Airboy and the Heap. So I think these were originally World War II based comics. So let's see now. JR saying thoroughly enjoyed one when were your color choices thematic? Okay, so he's asking you that. All right.
Allow me to answer that because I was going to answer it via chat while you were reading. Okay, so I had a it was a color edition that you got, and that Melvin I really it was done by a lady who does flats. She doesn't do really fancy coloring, and I like the way it looks because it makes it look like an old comic book.
Mm-hmm.
But the skin color of Melvin is kind of it's sort of a protest of the woke comic book industry's obsession with skin tone and quote unquote representation. And it's also a nod to The Simpsons. That's why Melvin's skin color is yellow.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. One of the things that's been getting talked in terms of the whole representation stuff going on the last couple of weeks, not as much in the comic community, but more in the voice acting community. Now, some of those same people who were like calling for, voice roles should be more representative of the characters that they're representing. Now it's starting to backfire on some of them. There have been a couple of voice actors have been kind of involved in that.
Mm-hmm. The next two issues you have, JR, are going to be in black and white. So, Melvin, the colored edition is going to become very rare because I'm not going to reprint it for other campaigns. So,
all right. So with that, then, hopefully you guys will get that. So here's the founding of, and I guess on the right here, okay, people today. That may have been one of the saliva test for pregnancy. Oh boy. Hillman periodicals, people today, August 11th, 1954. Interesting. All right, so founding. In the late 1930s and early 1940s, Hillman competed with Bernard McFadden and Fawcett Publications. Fawcett, of course, the company that gave us Whiz Comics and Captain Marvel and all that. By publishing the original Captain Marvel, mind you, by publishing comics, True Confessions magazines, Real Story, Real Confessions, Real Romances, and crime magazines, Crime Detective, Real Detective, Crime Confessionals. In 1948, Hillman began publishing paperback books that were several series of abridged mystery and western novels published in the larger digest size. The long running Hillman paperbacks first appeared in 1948 and lasted until 1961. So that's all that we need to know at this point. We don't need to know some of this other stuff, at least not right now, anyways. But anyways, with all that being said, why don't we get into the actual material that we want to read through? And we'll have to, as I said, we'll hit Miracle Comics first. And I think the official company name is Hillman Periodicals, but the comic section, of course, known as Hillman Comics. So there we go. There's Hillman. Let's see, and we're gonna get Miracle first. Now, Miracle only lasted 4 issues. Rocket only lasted 3. So this is another little tidbit there for you. All right, so here's 64 pages, all in full color. Miracle Comics, featuring Sky Wizard, Master of Space, also Dash Dixon, Blanda, Jungle Queen, Dusty Doyle.
There's a character called Blanda.
Yeah, Blanda the Jungle Queen. Yeah.
She must be the most boring of all Jungle Queens. How is she? Oh, she's kind of bland.
Nice little play on words there. Well, would be interesting to see Blanda versus Sheena. The Scorpion, K7, Pinky Parker, Masked Angel. So there's 500 of them. Get yours. It looks like some kind of.
Wait. Scroll back up. I know that. That's on the cover of the first Foo Fighter album.
What, that gun, you mean?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, they apparently had these paralyzer pistols. So, how would you like to own one of Sky Wizard's paralyzer pistols, just as pictured here? It's the same super high-powered weapon with which Sky Wizard fights his way to victory. So like a lot of like kind of sci-fi toys of this era, right? In this case, a paralyzer. The idea is, I guess,
is it made out of lead?
An electric shock to paralyze people. So, yeah. Again, just another way they try to get people involved with the comics. Giving them cool stuff. So, Miracle Comics, Sky Wizard. There's going to be 16 pages. So, secretly has Sky Wizard, world's greatest scientist, perfected his newest invention, the super stratosphere plane, and only Pat and Jerry Dare are allowed to watch their father, Captain Henry Dare, veteran ace, take off on a distance test flight from the scientist's secluded Texas airport. She's a beauty, Sky. I'll fly her to China in 8 hours.
Sky Wizard. He says Sky Wizard.
Yeah. Sky. Yes. Oh, Sky Wizard. She's a beauty, Sky Wizard. I'll fly her to China in 8 hours. Let's see. Gosh, Pat, I sure would like to fly her. Pat must be a girl. Like, Captain, those crooks, Hawk Armand, and Vera the Tigress want my plans. Watch yourself. I'll keep an eye on the kids. Next stop, Shanghai. Bye, Pop. Happy landing. Bring back a baby giant panda for a souvenir. I'm guessing because it looks like part of that word bubble right there got whited out. It looks like. I don't know if that happened on the scan or what.
Looks like an error.
Yeah. What a takeoff! We'll go to my laboratory. The flight in the okay. We'll go to my laboratory and watch the flight in the directional tell rate machine. Telray machine. Man, some of the terms they would come up with for like viewing screens, right?
You mean a made up bullshit technological term that sounds like it could exist but doesn't?
Well, it probably just adds to it, yeah. But on the way to Sky Wizard's laboratory, Jerry, that was Hawk Ahmed in that car. I wonder how much they saw. In the Crook's car.
Wait. So the villain just happens to be driving the same way they're going. Or going the opposite direction, but kind of they just perchance drove by him.
Let's see if they explain that. In the Crook's car, when a break, Hawk, the stratosphere plane will fly over the Unholy One's kingdom on its way to China. Drive for our hideout, Butch. A few seconds later, in a Boulder hideout. Antenna ready, Butch. Hurry. Calling UO. The Unholy One. Here's us. The Unholy One hears us, Vera. Fast work, Hawk. The Unholy One commands you. The Unholy One commands you to speak, O unworthy servant. He sounds angry. That's bad. Captain Dare just took off. He should be over your headquarters in 7 hours. We await instructions. The Unholy One. Oh boy, sometimes trying some of those voices can be. The Unholy One will take care of Captain Dare. Get plane plans from Sky Wizard, or you all die the death of 1,000 slashes.
You could just stop at 10 slashes. I mean, come on.
Yeah. We've got to get those plans right away. We'll wait here until it's dark. Meanwhile, this is where I work on all my experiments, kids. Looks hard to break into. That's to keep out crooks. Here's Keyshawn, my Pathan bodyguard. Greetings, Sky Wizard. What's the funny gun in his sash? That's a paralyzer I invented. It shoots a Q beam that will stop anyone. A Q beam. Get that, Tim? A Q beam.
Yeah. Was there any other type of? Was there like an A through?
An A B, a beam, a C beam, on and
M
on.
beam, NO all the way up to P. They tried the P beam. Oh, that just sounds gross.
Yeah. Single strength, the Q beam will paralyze a man temporarily. Double strength, it kills instantly. Golly, what a weapon! Man, the kid getting excited that the weapon could actually kill somebody.
I suppose that kid would be even excited to see paint dry. Golly, look at that paint dry.
Let's go to the directional telray room, kids. We'll see Captain Dare on the screen. In Sky Wizard's laboratory. Now watch the screen. Look, look, there's Daddy. He's flying over the Himalayas. What are those big birds? They look like vultures. They look like men to me. They're dangerous, aren't they, Sky Wizard? Those are the snowmen of the Himalayas. The Unholy One was ordered, or has ordered them to attack the plane. Oh, poor Daddy! The Unholy One has captured him. We must go to Daddy's rescue. The Unholy One can't keep him a slave. We'll secure the captain, but we must be careful. The Unholy One is as crafty as he is evil. Crafty and evil, what a combination. Hey there, Tim?
Yeah. Hey, you got your evil in my crafty. Hey, you got your crafty in my evil.
Whew. Can we start, Sky Wizard? You kids need a good night's sleep first. Kishan will remain on guard. See you in the morning. I've got some work to do. Good night. Good night, Sky Wizard. And now to work on this power string formula in secret. We'll need it for the rescue. We actually planned on. I was thinking he was just sending him off the bed and he was going to sneak off to go try to. But
wait a minute. A formula that makes you stronger? Marvel, did you rip that idea off to make the super soldier serum?
Well, apparently that's kind of been something that a number of comic companies did because, yes, we got the secret serum formula in Marvel. We also got it, if you remember, in DC with Our Man. Remember, he developed Miraclo.
All right.
And then, of course, they even did it in Fawcett too with Captain Nazi. But in that case, it was
Captain Nazi.
Yeah, one of Captain Marvel's enemies back when he first came out. Remember, he came out originally in the 40s. There was Captain Nazi, and actually one of Captain Marvel Jr.'s rogues, as it were, was Captain Nippon from Japan.
Oh no, Captain! Oh wow.
That's a little further down the line, of course, but you'll see when we get there.
And his sidekick, Kamikaze Boy.
Yeah. So, anyways, this. All right. Oh, okay. I just noticed this. I guess Kem came in to ask a couple of things. Let me get him real quick. What's your favorite Fire Emblem Engage character? I've never watched Fire Emblem, so don't have one. And which Marvel superhero flies blimps? A few of them do, I think. I don't know.
I actually can't think of the answer to that one.
Yeah. But anyways, then as Sky Wizard works feverishly, sinister figures lurk outside the laboratory. Easy now, we can't crack that laboratory. It's stronger than a vault. We'll kidnap the young'uns and ransom them for the plans. Good idea, Hawk. Fight with a ladder, Butch.
Don't you think you ought to give her an evil voice?
Well, if I could, I mean, it's a little bit harder. Again, just doing the female voice itself for me is a bit more difficult. So, I'll try that. Let me see. Now to get Keyshawn out of the way. Is that any better? I guess not.
Maybe not, but yeah, at least you tried. That's the important thing.
Yeah. While the Sky Wizard is concentrating on his experiment with his power strength formula, the international crooks carry out their vile plan. Let's see. An ant has 6,000 times the strength of a man in comparison to his size. That means I need ant virus for power strength. Some of the reasoning here, huh, there, Tim?
Yep, some of the reasoning.
All set, Hawk. Ready with that noose. What's that? As Keyshawn reaches the window. Ugh! I'm choking! Nice work, Buck. Nice work, Butch. That'll hold him for a while. Now get inside and get the kids, Butch. After knocking out Keyshawn, the crooks tie and gag Jerry and Pat. Hurry, Muggs. Get them outside and into the car. When Sky Wizard reads this message, he'll be glad to turn over the Stratosphere plane plans. Will he? I don't know. We'll see. With Jerry and Pat captured, the crooks speed away. Back to the hideout. The Sky Wizard will be paying us a call soon. And Sky Wizard still works in his laboratory. Element 76 WX combined with factor BF00B succeeds. I've got the right formula for power strength.
So he just says a bunch of nonsense.
Random numbers and letters together.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so that it makes it sound like he knows something or he's really smart.
Well, it's nearly dawn. Guess I'll quit. What's up, Kishan? The hawk and his gang attacked me. Oh, master, he left this note. Bring the plans for the stratosphere plane to Low Pines before 6 a.m. or I'll croak the young'uns. Hawk Amond. Let me go with you, master. No, you're badly hurt, and there isn't a second to lose. Boy, I've got to step on it. Those crooks those crooks will harm Jerry and Pat, surely. Sky Wizard jumps into his speedy car. 10 miles to Lone Pine and only 6 minutes to go. I've got the supercharger set for a speed of 175 miles per hour. Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, it is fast.
Suddenly, Sky Wizard brings his car to a dead stop. Wow, that would be something to watch, wouldn't it? Having a car going 175 miles an hour coming to a dead stop. That would be quite a thing to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it would.
Just 2 minutes to go. I'll look over the situation first. There they are, the fiends, and set to kill the kids. Not a second to lose. Time is up, youngins. Say your prayers. This makes me a little sick. This makes me a little sick. I'll sit in the car till it's over. Vera's getting soft. Give 'em the works, you mugs. Fire away. Not so fast, you heartless dogs. Ouch! What the? What's the matter? You scared? What's the matter? Scared? I can't move, Hawk. I feel paralyzed. I'll do this job myself. Now, even though it's kind of a bit faded there, look at the kids' faces. Look, their eyes tell you that they are scared for their lives. Don't you think, there, Tim?
Yeah, I can see that.
And look at this. The clothes look a little different from what they were wearing before, doesn't it? Even from the one panel to the next. Well,
yeah, I don't think they obviously didn't have very good editing in some publications.
Well, this company was just starting out too, from if you remember too. At this point, so.
Well, I mean, like if they're missing things like that, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Hillman still lasted for about 15 years there, from 1938 to 1953 in their comics, but so that eventually they got something right at some point. Here goes. What's happening, Hawk? Okay, Hawk's asking for it. Take that. And again, Sky Wizard fires. Persons, I can't move a muscle. A Sky Wizard approaches Vera. Don't paralyze me. Sky Wizard, I surrender. Okay, untie the kids. Gosh, Sky Wizard, you got here just in time, in the nick of time. I thought we were done for. What about Hawk and the other two, Sky Wizard? Um, the effects of the beams will wear off in an hour. Enough time for them to call the police and have them come picked up, right?
Yeah, yeah, I say so.
I feel safe when I'm with you, Sky Wizard. That paralyzer should stop them. Sure stopped them, didn't it? And now back to the laboratory, and we'll make plans to rescue Captain Dare. Why do you have your laboratory in such an out of the way place in Texas? Yes, yes, this neck of the woods sure is deserted. At the laboratory, one reason is because there's plenty of helium here. I've got it stored under the ground. Another is because the ground around the library is rubberum, a metallic rubber that can be inflated. Follow me.
Rubberum? Is that even a real thing?
Probably not, but just again, as you were saying earlier, probably a cool sounding word. I mean, like until it was introduced in comics in Marvel, adamantium probably wasn't a real word, right?
Well, I googled, and all I got was natural rubber.
Rubberum or rubberium, I guess one of the two, but kind of hard to tell with that. But you see, we're really standing on a gigantic flat dirigible, and we're going to take off with it pronto. Let's go into the laboratory.
Yeah, that's a made up bullshit thing.
But you know something? For the time, it probably sounded a lot cool. Remember, we're taking a look at it from the perspective of being, you know,
Not simpletons.
well, like 85 years basically about 85 years in the future here, where some of this stuff has probably been debunked or whatever, or today, wouldn't sound as cool to us because, we've now gone through a whole lot more, let's say, scientific advancement.
Check it out, kids. It's folium. It folds like tinfoil, but it's twice. It's hard like steel. Don't ask me how it works. Just trust me, you dumb kids.
These are flying outfits. You'll need the oxygen helmets when we fly along 50,000 feet up. Thanks, Sky Wizard.
Very responsible to let a kid fly a plane.
This this costume looks perfectly ducky. Ducky. Again, another term back then that we don't use as much today.
Thank God.
Yeah, and they make you feel you're really on a sky island.
Is that guy tripping balls or something? Does he feel like he's floating? Like, whoa, man! I can see like colors and stuff.
Sky Wizard gives Keyshawn orders. Open up all the helium valves, Keyshawn.
I want to do the funny voice.
That's fine. The helium compartments are filling rapidly. God, oh wait. All right, here's an editorial error right here. In that panel right there, Tim, can you identify what the error is on that?
Are you talking about the left panel or the right panel?
The left panel.
Gosh, Sky Wizard, the ground is swelling up for acres around. Something seems off about that. Gosh, Sky Wizard, the ground is swelling up for acres around.
Okay, I'm not necessarily talking about the what was said. Well, what was said is part of it, but okay. So, gosh, Sky Wizard, the ground. Okay, take a close look at the word bubble. Do you see the error there?
I'm not actually.
Okay, so gosh, Sky. So unless they're trying to show that Sky Wizard is talking in the third person.
Oh, he's talking to himself.
Like, look at the tail. Look at the tail of the word bubble. Where's it pointed?
Yeah, it's pointed right. They need it. They should have put it more.
My guess is the girl probably was the one saying that, and they goofed here,
or maybe
they felt like they couldn't. You know, it just. I picked up on that right away. I mean,
yeah, it took me a while, but I mean, or maybe it was the guy at the very bottom that was supposed to be saying it.
Yeah, but where they got it pointed right at Sky Wizard. But
yeah, it's definitely not something he was saying.
Yeah, unless they were trying to indicate he was talking in third person or something like that.
I don't think he was. I think it was a mistake.
All right, so that.
And the next panel, he answers his own question. He answers his own observation, like, "Gosh, Sky Wizard, the ground is swelling up for acres around. That isn't ground. It's rubberum fabric filling filling with helium. Soon we'll be living."
Again, another edit. If they were in these early if they were making these mistakes in the early books here, it's no wonder that they these books didn't last too long.
Well, they were just like it was very much a throwaway medium, and these characters, I guarantee you they rushed through these stories like nothing, and they didn't think of. Obviously, they had to take time to make sure the right characters were talking. You know, they didn't give any of the characters backstory because they didn't think kids were smart enough to understand.
Well, a lot, even some of the even some of the more well-known heroes didn't really have too much in terms of backstory. Those weren't developed until later era. But anyway, so I'm guessing the closest one it could have been probably the girl there. I'm thinking. Yeah. Gosh, Sky Wizard, the ground is swelling up for acres around. That isn't ground. It's rubberium. I think there is an I there. Rubberium. Fabric filling with helium. Soon will be living.
We'll be living higher in the sky.
Higher in the sky than any human being has before.
We'll be so high, man. Let's be so high. We'll be tripping balls, bruh.
Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry. Don't leave me high. Remember that song, Tim?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Was it the Cranberries?
No, it wasn't the Cranberries. It was. I don't even remember who it was, but that was an alternative song back in the.
Yeah, was it 10,000 Maniacs?
No, I don't think it was 10,000 Maniacs either.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that.
While at the Crook's hideout, that blasted Q ray is beginning to lose its effect. I can move my hands. So can I. Why don't we beat it? And have the unholy one kill us? No, we must get those plans. Let's see. This time we'll take no chances. Get out the machine guns, Butch. Into the car. Shoot to kill. Spare no one. When you when when you shoot 'em dead, give 'em an extra slug just to make sure. An holy one is sending a message. Calling Hawk. Armand calling. Quiet while I hear what he says. This is your last chance, miserable sons of crime. Fail the unholy one this time, and your doom is sealed. There's some good villain dialogue, huh there, Jim?
If you fail the evil one, I will go out for smokes and never come back.
In Sky Wizard's laboratory, the Skyland is ready to take to the air, oh master. Good. I'll start the um, aero aerodamazon. Follow me, kids. In the hangar, this aerodamazon uh, drives Sky Island. It's a battery of airplane motors I invented for that purpose.
Great explanation.
Well, this is their attempt at creating a kind of a sci-fi hero on Earth.
I created it for that reason.
Yeah.
Don't ask what that reason is. Just this very reason. It's called the convenience plot.
Um, we'll point these motors south and head for Central America before we cross the Atlantic. Sky Wizard, Pat, and Jerry fasten aerodimazon to the ground. I've got my side moored, Sky Wizard. Then we're ready to take off. Gosh, this is exciting. Just in time, here comes Hawk and his gang. Look, Jerry. Yes, they've got machine guns. Gosh. Kid says gosh just about every time, doesn't he?
I just wish he kind of said, if you say gosh one more time.
Gosh, gee willikers.
Kind of want the character to say, if you say gosh one more time, I'm going to turn around and slap you.
The crook's car comes to a stop. Something's up. Look, the ground around the laboratory is swelling. Adam, man, don't let Sky Wizard escape. No time for the machine gun. Use your gaps. That's Gatling gun. That's short for Gatling guns, of course.
Yes, we all know what a gat is.
Yeah.
It's also slang for just a gun.
The what? It's what? Also
It's
slang?
it's a modern day slang word for gun. You know.
Yeah.
He busted a cap with his gat.
Yeah.
No.
They're getting away, Huck. Hold on, Spud. The mighty Sky Island floats up and up and up, and we're off in just in time. Help! 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 I'm losing my grip. Guy looked like he's in shock there. One of the crooks is holding on. We can't save him now. I'm a gunner. Now there's one less gangster in the world. You notice how a lot of heroes had that attitude back then, right?
Right.
Yeah. He got what was coming to him. What a horrible death. Continue the adventure of the Sky Wizard in the next issue of Miracle Comics.
Yay! He killed someone.
So, and then there's K7, the famous radio character. What do you think of the art here? I know this is kind of sketchy a little bit. Just I don't know if it's a copy or just how it was.
Looks a little neater than the other one.
So, what was your impressions of that story, Tim?
Oh, just the fact that they didn't, they just kind of made stuff up that no way could exist, and again, kind of proves that back then they thought children were stupid.
Well, but then again, it could have been they were stupid too, in that maybe they honestly believed what they were saying.
No, come on, no. You think they actually believed there was something called rubberium?
They probably did.
Really? You really think they actually thought that?
Scientists who were writing these books.
Well, but they were also adults that knew they knew they were making crap up because they think, well, kids will buy anything. They're stupid. That's the same.
But then again,
it's the same kind of logic they use.
Maybe in the world of Sky, maybe in the HCU Hillman Comics universe, maybe Rubberum exists, like adamantium. Right, animation exists in the Marvel universe.
Right, yeah, but they apply some kind of thing that you an average person will like. Yeah, well, I know this is BS, but I'll roll with this one. It just, I don't know, something about rubberium just sounds stupid. I have a bad case of rubberium. Now my shit bounces.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it may not be like perfect or anything like that, but I mean, maybe rubberium exists in the Hillman Comics universe, much like adamantium does.
Have you seen the movie Prince of Space? They showed it on Mystery Science Theater. All the stupid technology they had, like, the Prince of Space is chasing them throughout the galaxy, and they released the cosmic vapors to blind them, and it looks like their ship let one. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Just
yeah. So it looks like you were having a bit of a conversation with some of the chat there. Huh?
Oh well, he backed my campaign, and he got Melvin digital copies of Melvin 1 and 2, and digital copy of Melvin 3, and I was just explaining. I was giving him an idea of the universe in which Melvin lives, which is a post the Judgment kind of universe, like Earth no longer exists, kind of.
What's your favorite Obero from Gintama? I haven't actually watched Gintama. Kim, what's your favorite Fire Emblem? Again, I haven't watched Fire Emblem.
Oh, you already went over those. Yeah, he kind of just brings up random questions,
which I don't really mind as much,
Yeah.
But anyways, so now let's go over to Rocket Comics and see how that one. We're gonna look at Rocket Riley, and then, time permitting, maybe even Red Roberts, the Electro Man. So Rocket Riley first, of course, lead feature for Rocket Comics. Now this one's a better scan. It looks like, not as Grady. Action, thrills, adventure, Rocket Comics. Hurricane Heart, High Sea Hellion. Red Roberts, the Electro Man. The Steel Shark, Deep Sea Raider. And the Steel Shark seems to be another one where the villain is actually the main character there. They had a few of these back in those days. This cover date of March. Buzzard Barnes and his Sky Devils. Smash feature, Rocket Riley, Prince of the Planets. So this one's actually going to be a bit more of an actual sci-fi feature. It looks like Rocket Riley one.
The question is, will they have rubberium in it?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I didn't actually see who actually wrote Sky Wizard, though. So Rocket Riley. So let's see. Rocket Riley, the Runaway Rocket. In the Runaway Rocket. All right, so Professor Sterling, internationally famous scientist, experimenting with interplanetary rocket ships. So that's the old guy on the left there. The guy with the red helmet there, Rocket Riley, the professor's assistant and pilot of the rocket ships. Griselda, the professor's daughter, engaged to Rocket Riley, the blonde girl right there. And Von Stengel, the head of an international spy ring, who is trying to steal the professor's invention. Now, so they basically it looks like they give you a little bit of a tidbit on, like, I guess, the four main characters there. What do you think of that there, Tim?
Oh, okay. I mean, okay, here are the characters. Okay.
All right, so. At last, my children, success. You mean that? Yes. At last, I have discovered how to explode the atom.
Wait a minute. Now, remember the last character we were comic book you were reading?
Sky Wizard? Yeah, what about him?
Doesn't he have anything in what this one guy in red? The guy on the far left. Don't you think he looks a little bit like him?
Not really. I mean,
He's in
maybe
red.
the
He's
costume
wearing.
is similar. Maybe the costume is similar, but I don't think they look as much alike.
I just the same get up. I think.
Yeah. That's wonderful, Father. You know what this means? The necessary power to propel our new rocket ship. More than that, my new discovery is the greatest force in the world for peace. How wonderful, Dad. Like, you notice how a lot of scientists back then, that's exactly what they were. You read a lot of stories back here with a lot of scientists always looking for a way to use science to ensure world peace.
Yeah, that is one thing I noticed.
Yeah. Yes, but only if our secret is controlled by our country. tomorrow, well, even though it's not as bad as the other one we saw, you notice again the tail's a little off there. But at least it's still over where it probably should be. You see the tail on the word bubble there, Tim?
Yeah. It's not. Wait.
It's not as bad as the other one.
Okay, so it's her saying tomorrow you will demonstrate our new rocket.
No, I think even though it's pointing at her, it's close to him. Well, you can tell it was him speaking, but the way they have it pointed is a little bit
Yeah,
weird.
but it's still
But
pointing at her though.
it's not as bad. I mean, I think you can still tell that it's him speaking to Rocket, I believe.
It still looks like it's pointing from her. It needs to be more. It needs to be a little more over left, or at least curving to where it looks like he's saying it.
Yeah. Tomorrow you will demonstrate our new rocket ship applying my new principle for government experts. See, so it is him because he's talking about his,
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought too. There's a guy like watching them though.
Yep, I see that. What about von Stengel? He will stop at nothing to get our secret. Von Stengel is clever. He is the head of the vast spiring. We must be eternally on guard. My ice gun has never failed me yet. Come, let's make a final inspection of the rocket ship. Death, if you fail me. Outside the laboratory, Kurt von Stengel issued crisp orders to Sam Vaco, his entrant. Death, if you fail me. Oh, there it is. Right. She's a beauty, Professor. And tomorrow we fly her. Wait, don't enter. What's the matter? Have you any gold on you? The professor explains that the process involved in exploding the atom is very sensitive to gold. An ounce of gold in the rocket ship will blow it to pieces. Wow! So this way he's figured out to explode an atom. Gold apparently is an igniter as well.
Is that even possible? I don't think so.
Again, the writers of this period had some very interesting scientific theories, didn't they?
Yep. It's called pure nonsense land.
What do you mean? Gold cannot be transmuted. Here's my watch. And my bracelet. Did you hear anything? Only the wind through the guy wires. While some distance away, von Stengel and Vaco steal stealthily towards the rocket ship. Steal, which we have explained before, in this case means to sneak or to go covertly. Once they're in the ship, we'll make our move. Okay. Riley, the new vacuum detonator contains the secret. Stick 'em up, Riley, don't draw. Von Stengel. Riley, don't shoot. Give me the formula, Professor. No. I'll give you 10 seconds to produce the formula. If you kill me, the secret will be lost forever. I won't kill you, old fool. I'll kill your daughter instead. Don't listen. Don't listen to him, Father. If your secret will bring world peace, I'll gladly die. I know that sucked. Tried a little too hard there. Brave words, Griselda. Take her, Vaco. Don't touch me. Tim, you have anything to say? I'm surprised you didn't say anything more about my attempt there at a higher pitch. And I guess you're paused at the moment, it looks like.
Oh yeah, you say something?
I'm surprised you didn't really crack down on me for the real high pitch I tried a moment ago.
Oh yeah, well I mean like doing it another way didn't really help either. So
yeah. Just as Vaco is about to seize Griselda, Rocket Riley throws himself at Von Stengel. Wham! Stop, Vaco, or I'll shoot. Bang, bang. Look out. My God, he's falling on the control levers. Creased by the shot fired by Riley, Vaco falls against the control levers, starting the mechanisms and shooting the rocket off into space. Zoom! I've got him, Griselda. Quick, close the hatch. God help us if there's an asteroid in our path. Good work, Griselda. We fastened that hatch just in time. Look, the Earth is falling away. It looks like a marble. A white marble in this pic in this drawing, huh? There, Tim. White marble, huh, Tim?
yes, white marble.
And away they go, and more away they go. Let's see. While inside the rocket, the professor realizes the ship is completely out of control. The ailerons are jammed. The elevators won't respond. What are we going to do? The heliometer. It's our only change. I think sometimes what they'll sometimes throw English and Latin words together in the hopes that maybe people will just not realize not even a word. Right, Tim?
Yeah, I think so. That seems to be the thing they're doing here.
Quick, Griselda. Check the inclinometer. I'm going to throw in the laterals. She answers the controls. Steady, son. Hold her at a ceiling of -12. While Riley and the professor work feverishly over the controls, Von Stengel goes into action. Trying to reach for a gun. Yeah, that's your dude. You're in outer space. Reaching for your gun's probably not really the best move right now if you're intended to shoot. Right, Tim?
Yeah. Yes.
Our speed is approaching that of light. We must put about and head back for Earth at once. She won't answer her helm. I was afraid of that. What happened, Father? We have penetrated the orbit of another planet. Look, it's growing larger and larger. I must start the vacuum retards or we will crash. Now, in this particular case, I know they were using the word retard there in kind of its correct for the dictionary term for retard just simply means to halt or stop or to slow down. So O'Reilly and his two companions work frantically in a desperate effort to slow down the rocket ship for a crash landing. Von Stengel and Vaco creep towards the arms locker. The fools will be masters yet, Vaco. You said it, Chief. Wait for orders. Follow me. Do you understand? Sure, I get it. Professor, quick. Go apply the decelerators. We're going to crash. No, watch. You've done it. A perfect landing. Later, after a safe landing, one false move out of you, Von Stengel, and it'll be too bad. That's what you think. You fool, I'm giving the orders from now on. You can't get away with this, Von Stengel. That will keep you quiet for a while. Get up. There's work. Get up. There's work to do. There's work for you to do. You'll pay for this, Von Stengel. Shut up. Get busy. Build a fire. Who's boss now, Riley? While Riley and the professor labor under Vaco's gun, Von Stengel forces himself on Griselda. But suddenly, stop, you beast! Savagely, like two primeval men, they fought. Oh, wow. So look at this, Tim. Look here. He's trying to force himself on her.
Yeah. Well, he's the bad guy, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, of course he'd be trying to force himself. He goes against conventional behaviors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right word? Conventional?
Yeah, that's the word.
Well, I mean, is it the right word?
Perilously, they totter on the edge of one of the deep blue pools, while Vaco is afraid to shoot for fear of killing his chief. Then suddenly, good heavens, look! Oh, look at that! Isn't that a sight? Couple of big green blobs there, or green beings there.
Yeah, that looks kind of gross. They look like lumpy loogies.
What are those terrible things? Octopus men. He was able to answer that pretty quickly, wasn't he? And he's kind of right. They do look like octopus men.
So would that make
I don't know. Actually, technically, I don't mean they'd be
that
octopus men. They'd be more like quadrupus men because they only have 4, not 8.
I have to say it because I have to say it within the context of the story. Are these guys a bunch of pussies? Because they're octopus men.
Are they a bunch of pussies because of what?
Because they're octopus men. So wouldn't that make them a bunch of pussies?
I get it. No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, interesting. Look. There are hundreds of them. They're coming this way. They're going to attack us. Run for it! Back to the ship. Our only chance is to take off. No, not unless you and Vaco hand over your guns. You're mad. You're bluffing. Wait and see. Swiftly, ever more swiftly, their tentacle twisting hungrily, the octopus men advance. Oh, look at this coloring bit. This, again, probably they initially were entirely lime green, but now look here. Now they did the heads as if they were more Caucasian. You see that, Tim?
Sorry, did I miss anything? I was called away for a sec.
Look at the panel on the right there. Initially they were like totally lime green. Now it's like they're mostly lime green with Caucasian.
Except for their heads.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a mistake right there, isn't it?
Or maybe not.
Well, so they're all lime green before. Now they're.
I guess so. Well, actually, because look there. I guess they changed them. But stuff like this is happening at this point in these comics.
Yeah. Well, maybe that one panel where they see them is a mistake, and this is the actual way they're supposed to be.
Suddenly, one of the octopus men leaped forward and wrapped its tentacles around the helpless Vaco. You win, Riley. Hurry, get the ship off.
Wait, look at that panel right on the right. No, go back.
I'm going. Just give me a sec, cause I gotta.
Yeah. Look at the one on the right, and then scroll all the way down, and then okay, never mind. It is a little different. Never mind. See,
yeah. And look, back to being totally lime green again.
Oh, jeez, come on.
Make up your mind already, right?
Yeah.
They're gaining on us. We'll never make it. Hurry! I'll try to hold them up.
I'll hold them up with my rugged good looks.
To divert the octopus men and save the others, Rocket Riley pretends to fall. Just as the two foremost octopus men leap at him, Rocket jumps up and darts off The Octopus Men collide and begin to fight with each other. The remaining horde continue the chase. Just as Riley reaches the hatch of the rocket ship, an Octopus Man reaches out his tentacles and grabs him. Griselda, quick, close the hatch. Get the ice gun.
The ice gun.
It's
of course.
cold. Tie him up. He's a scientific marvel. Hurry, take off. The Octopus Men are climbing all over. We're clear of the ground. We're clear of the ground, but I can't get any speed or altitude. Look, some Octopus Men are hanging to the control cables. They'll wreck the ship unless we get them off. What are you going to do? Give me that ice gun and a knife. I'm going out that port.
And then he gets sucked out of the ship and dies. The end.
Well, we'll see. While Griselda watched breathlessly, Riley climbed out through the porthole. At the risk of his life, Rocket Riley works his way toward the Octopus. Riley finally succeeds in ridding the ship of the last Octopus Man. Exhausted, he climbs back into the control room.
I suppose they didn't quite master the idea of show don't tell.
Maybe. I watched through the port. You were wonderful. I do it again. I do it over again for you, Griselda. Are you going to head back to Earth now, Professor? I'm afraid we can't. Why not? We're out of the Earth's orbit. We can't get back. But we must. Our speed and some terrific gravitational force is taking us only God knows where. Look! Father, it's Saturn. We're headed for the outer ring. Look for the further adventures of Rocket Riley in the next issue of Rocket Comics. So what did you think of that story, Tim?
Utterly ridiculous.
Huh?
You notice how they like in modern comics, it's show don't tell, and they're literally telling everything that they're doing that you see them doing.
Yeah.
You think I don't think they've mastered the idea of just like showing, and they just tell everything.
Well, again, this is still early on in the medium. It's still fairly. And remember, this company was just starting out at this point too. These two books were the first two books that this company had published, right? Miracle Comics Volume 1, Number 1, and Rocket Comics Volume 1, Number 1. So,
right. Come on, 1950s.
Oh, we're still quite a bit of ways in there.
I know. I was saying, I can't wait for us to get the EC Comics number whatever, and it's like, yeah, let's get some Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, let me see where are we at on time here? Hour and 25. So yeah, I think because the next story, like these first two stories, were like 16 pages.
Right.
The next one I was planning on reading if we had time was only 8. So the Red Roberts one. Here's Hurricane Heart, High Sea Hellion, kind of a naval sailor type adventure.
The artwork looks nicer than the other two. You never noticed that?
What was that?
The artwork in these ones looks a little nicer than the previous story.
In the previous book?
Yeah. Just a little.
Oh, there's probably a better scan, too. Red Roberts, the Electro Man. I sentence you to die in the electric chair. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I've been framed. I know too much about the crooks in this town. Later, with Red out of the way, we'll have the city eating out of our hands. Yes, Mr. Mayor. I must get out somehow. Robert to die tonight. It's time to go, Roberts. I'm ready. He's about to be electrocuted in the electric chair, but then he becomes the Electro Man. I wonder what's going to happen.
Wonder how he gets his powers.
The last mile. Through the green door. And you see there, you got the clergy, you got the 2 guards, and you got Robert. I'm innocent. Well, there he goes. Look at his eyes right there. My God, what was that? What happened? The muscular energy created by Red straining against his bonds, combined with the shock from the chair, produced in Red a mysterious power, but even he does not know of its amazing usage. Interesting, wouldn't you say, Tim?
Yes, very.
I'm free. Don't use your guns, men. I want him alive. You can't. Let's see. The shock in the electric chair developed an electrical power in Red. You can't stop me. Look at that. There's a red splash there for an electric shock, I guess.
I kept thinking about that first episode from Tales from the Crypt where he goes, "You know how you're not supposed to look them in the eyes when you flip the switch." I do.
Yeah. Surrender or we'll shoot. Red's new power exploded the guards' guns. Power! I need power!
Again, you notice how we saw him using his powers, and then they told you he was using his powers?
What the? Where is he? He fell into the generator. He's vanished. Red's body falling into the generator is not destroyed, but is charged into a series of electro thought impulses which flash through the wires at lightning speed in any direction he wills. In the mayor's office, escaped, you say? I'll have the city combed. He can't go far. By short-circuiting his impulses, Red can appear at will. Home at last. Now to tell Ma that I'm safe. Son, oh son, I knew you wouldn't die. I couldn't die with a cloud on my character. The police overlook Red's home in their search for him, and he flees to the broadcasting station. Sorry, I must use this station for a message. Radios. I, Red Roberts, am about to clean up the graft and corruption in the city. How do you like the story so far, Tim?
Oh, sorry. It's okay.
Who is this in the mayor's office? Who is this person? Have you heard the speech? It's all a bluff. Nobody can stop us now. Meanwhile, I'll be ruined. Boss says kick in $50 a week or else. Make sure your husband and you vote the right way or else. A mayor's henchman at work. Red goes into action to find the real murderer and break up the gang. Who was guilty of the murder for which Red Roberts was sent to the chair? From phone receiver. He must. All right. Oh, he must be stopped. Get him.
Wait, they literally have to say from phone receiver.
Oh, I guess. Well, because I guess there's nobody else standing there. That's probably why. I guess that's their way of trying to show, the conversation over the phone there.
Oh, I see.
Mayor Red is here seeking information. The gangster steps from the phone booth and hits Red from behind. This ought to fix you. Take that. Looks like they're turning up the heat. That's just a start. See you later, boys. Red leaps for the ceiling light and disappears. This sounds, even though this guy's based more on electrical powers, but his powers sound very similar to another hero from this time, the Flame. Flame had a habit of traveling through fire. Like any fire he could just materialize from. The Flame, not this guy, not Red Robert here, but the Flame.
Wasn't there another character that kind of like would appear out of like gas or something or smoke or?
Well, it could be from a lit match. You could, the Flame, who is a hero and featured in Wonderworld comics for Fox Feature Syndicate, could materialize from a match, from a lit match.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll walk. Red materializes out of the street lamp. I think I'll walk a while. Trouble. Help! I warned you. He would have shot you without blinking an eye. I'm afraid that his friends will seek revenge. From the storekeeper, Red hears tales of the gangster-ridden city, and decides upon instant action. Meanwhile, at the mayor's office...
Oh, hey, Rick.
Rick's here. Hey, Rick. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick, did you get your Did you get your digital copy of Melvin #3?
And thanks for the like and the share. As always, guys, if you can help out by, of course, liking and sharing this thing, see if we can get some more friendly people in here to engage, that'd be appreciated. Also, anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions. We'll try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. So, to the country hideout, quickly. While the mayor escapes, hello, Cassidy. You can tell the boys to start rounding up all the crooks. Honest folks are going to live in peace. Calling all cars, arrest all gangsters. Red flashes over the wires to the mayor's office, but too late. Red changes to a state of electro impulses and flashes by wire to all parts of the city. Hey, Tom, the system has gone screwy. Failing to find a clue, Red flashes to the city prison where he overhears, "How come the Bulls took us in? The big shots ran out on us. They're probably at the Somerset hideout. Operator, connect me with the Somerset Exchange." Oh, don't be frightened, sis. I must get a car. A short time after, this house looked empty, but the mayor might be there. Circling the house, Red finds that he has found his quarry. Your number is up, gents. Now's the time to play our ace in the hole. You dirty rats too afraid to fight? So, my smart friend can be trapped like a rat. That vacuum bell will be his finish. Realizing that he cannot exist long in the vacuum trap, Red changes into electro impulses and becomes invisible. When the bell is raised, Red stuns the crooks. Now that's interesting. He turns himself invisible and then zaps them.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he?
Yes, I did. Oh, okay. This is...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. The mayor's men sign a full confession proving Red's innocence and implicating themselves. Now to deliver you to the governor. You have cleared up the crime situation in the state. Your full pardon will enable you to reach greater heights elsewhere. I only did my duty, Governor. Thank you, sir. And I guess that's it. So, Phantom Ranger. Look at the rest of these here.
It's another Western.
Yeah. We're at an hour 39 here. So, what did you think of that story, Tim?
It was all right.
Steel Shark Deep Sea Raider.
Again, though, they explained something and then they show it's like if you see him blasting somebody with his electric powers, you don't need to be told he's blasting them with his electric powers.
Mm-hmm. Facts you may know. Here's a little featurette here. Let's see what facts people may have known back in 1939 here. This dirigible actually was used in the coronation of the Emperor Fokien in 1306. Didn't know that. The tailor bird, native of India, sews leaves together, making holes with its beak. and uses vegetable fiber as thread. Let's see. Stones with holes in them are used as money. This yap could not carry his money in his pocket, even if he had a pocket. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine having to carry around coins that big.
Yes, four of those would equal $1.
Is somebody speaking in the background there, Tim?
That would be the other people that live in this house.
Huh. A safety skating frame, very popular in 1865 in England. Look at that. Imagine skating around on that.
Oh, it's just like what some kind of is that some kind of sled?
Well, let's see. Well, she's got skates on, and I guess, yeah, I guess in a way it could be a sled, I guess, or at least something to keep you from. I guess it was probably a way people could skate even if they didn't have quite the balance. You know,
Right.
I guess it was a way for people to be able to skate and not fall on their rear ends. So, some interesting stuff there. Huh? Buzzard Barnes and his Sky Devils.
Another
Well, this one I
fire
think
pilot comic.
what I read when I was pre-reading some of this stuff. I think one of these stories, I don't know if it was him or Lefty Larson here. One of these two stories, it was probably the Buzzard Barnes one that was actually based in World War One. So, yeah. So, and you notice here, have advertisements for the other. Miracle had the Rocket Comics and Rocket Comics here as. So, all right. So, how did you like those stories, Tim? Overall, what?
Again, they would show them doing something, and then they would tell you what they're doing as they're doing it. Like there's a reason why there's show don't tell. Yeah.
So you had some criticisms with how they presented the stories. Then
He took a crap, and he's like, this is a good crap. He washed his hands. I sure like washing my hands. It started to rain outside. Oh darn! It's raining outside.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're coming up on. We're at an hour 43 now, so I think it's a good time to start kind of wrapping up a bit here. Anything more you want to say right now about the comics before we get into this day?
Nah. Oh no, there's the BS science that I'm not like a stickler for. I understand things they get made up, but come on, I'm gonna take XQ235 and mix it with X589.B and get a super potion that'll make my hair grow at a fantastic rate.
Well, they were doing stuff like that though a lot in comics back. I mean, look, we already talked about some of the different variations of super serum formula, and then I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of Johnny Quick from DC.
I know I haven't actually.
Johnny Quick was speedster. Probably not as well known as Flash, obviously.
Is that pre-crisis?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, pre-crisis. He was from Earth 2. He would actually recite a mathematical equation to invoke the Speed Force.
Oh yeah, he'd be like, and then oh god, while reciting that mathematical problem, I got shot in the kneecap. Oh god, it hurts.
No, apparently he just had to recite this mathematical formula, and he'd instantly get super speed.
So what if he recited a recipe for something out of a cookbook? Would he automatically get hungry?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but we'll probably see some of those stories too. A little bit down the road as well.
Mm.
Anyway, and I hope of course you'll come back on Sunday to share your experiences with everybody about what we
Oh,
read tonight.
I'll make sure to do that.
It's
I'll unleash hell about it. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, as I said, we're at hour 45, hour 46 here. So, anyways, today being Friday, October 27th, coming down to the end of the month here, 2023. So let's take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. History. Let's see, 1983, 2013, and
Much like the intro to High Noon on Rick's show, you can't do the history part without like history.
Huh.
It
That's just
just is
something
not
I
done.
started doing a while back. I
Yes,
still
but
do it.
it's just not done, sir. You can't do the signal without saying history.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, so on this date, back 40 years ago today, back in 1983, um, the 80th issue of Jonah Hex went on sale on this date back in 1983. It sold for 75 cents for 32 pages. Day of the Rattler, written by Michael J. Fleischer, with penciled by Dick Ayers. Tony DeZuniga did the inking, lettering done by Shelley Letterman, and then Robert K. LaRose did the coloring. So on this date, 40 years ago today, the 80th issue of Jonah Hex went on sale on this date back in 1983. Moving on to the next piece in each history, and we head forward to 1998. On this date in 1998, 25 years ago today, Walt Disney's The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, was released direct to video on this date back in 1998. So Walt Disney's Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, was released direct to video on this date back in 1998, 25 years ago today. So,
I was a junior then.
a junior in high school?
Yeah, of course.
All right. And on this date, 10 years ago today, back in 2013, WWE held a Hell in a Cell event from the American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida. The night saw in the main event Randy Orton defeat Daniel Bryan to win the vacant WWE Championship in a Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels as special guest referee. AJ Lee defeated Brie Bella to retain the WWE Divas Championship. John Cena defeated Alberto Del Rio to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Let's see, what else? In a handicap Hell in a Cell match, CM Punk defeated Ryback and Paul Heyman. Big E Langston defeated Dean Ambrose by countout in a United States Championship match. Of course, Dean Ambrose still retained the title because, as in most cases, title cannot change hands on a countout or DQ. Fandango and Summer Rae defeated Great Khali and Natalia with Hornswoggle in their corner. Cody Rhodes and Goldust retained the WWE Tag Team titles in a triple threat tag match over Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and the Usos. And on the kickoff show, Damian Sandow defeated Kofi Kingston. So there we go. So with all that being said, I hope everybody had had fun tonight, following along with stories here. We'll be back here on Sunday. So before we go, Tim, any last closing remarks you want to tell everybody?
Yes. Melvin 3 is finished, so don't try to back it because it's not available anymore. And Look for future projects. Ooh.
Alrighty then.
Ominous warning.
Alrighty then. So, with all that, I thank everybody for being here, and we'll see you all on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.